Hi guys, welcome to Frankie Talks Rugby. It's the final week before the World Cup kicks off. There's excitement in the air. Aiden, welcome back to the show.
Cheers Frankie, good to be here.
Yeah, welcome man. So Brew, what do you think? It's
big week coming up. We've lost Luke Jacobson to concussion.
Yeah.
We heard about that, and we've brought in Shannon Frizzell.
Yeah.
Don't really lose much there. I don't really reckon. I've always rated Frizzell. I think he's pretty amazing.
Yeah, Frizzell's alright.
Yeah.
From the Highlanders, yeah?
Yeah, he's a good player.
Okay, well, let's get the elephant out of the room, you know. Aiden's big All Black supporter, I'm a big South African supporter. So, I don't know who's going to win the match. My mind tells me it's going to be very close and the All Blacks, I don't know. So they're still the favourites going into the World Cup. I really hope South Africa win. I think we can win. I won't be surprised if we win.
Yeah, I suppose I got to say pretty much the same about the All Blacks. Like, I think we're going to win. I hope we win. We haven't lost a pool game ever in the World Cup.
Yeah, that's going for one thing, yeah.
Never faced someone like South Africa first up either.
Yes.
We seem to be a team that sort of builds a bit as we go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'll be the All Blacks by 2 tries.
2 tries, yeah?
Yeah, I think Biden will miss the kicks though.
You will miss. You reckon they'll give the... Well, we don't know the starting lineups just as of yet. We still don't know if New Zealand's going to go with the Richie Mo'unga at 10 and Beauden Barrett at 15.
I think they'll probably stick with that if Mo'unga's fit enough. I don't know how he's going with his shoulder injury.
Yeah, I haven't seen an update, but I think they said he will be ready for the Volks game. I don't know, I'd still go with Beauden Barrett. As a South African fan, as a Springbok supporter, I'd feel not more at ease, but I feel more threatened if I've got Beauden Barrett on 10. You know, he really likes to play flat on the gain line and create for his other players. So does Mo'unga, but for me, Beauden just carries a bigger threat than Mo'unga at 10. You know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. We were talking a bit about it before, the
playmaker.
Yeah, and the 2 playmaker things where you'll see Richie probably drop either back to fullback or out to the wing.
Yeah. And
Ben Smith drop back to fullback, and Beauden come up into first receiver when we're on defence, just so they're ready there for the quick turnover.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. They'll name the teams on tomorrow.
I'm not sure.
I think they're going to name them tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see. I think
it's on Friday.
Yeah, with the All Blacks, I think the Springbok selection won't be such a big surprise. I think as to the All Black selection, nobody really knows which way they're going to go. You know, with that pivot play. As to West South Africa, you know, it's pretty much Faf de Klerk, Andre Pollard who's going to start 9 and 10. I think Aaron Smith will get the nod ahead of
definitely. I'd say Aaron Smith will start. It's always good having TJ coming on.
Yeah, he brings immense impact off the bench.
I think the interesting selection will be the wings. I don't know who they're going to go for. The All Blacks, whether we'll go with Ioane or Severis.
Yeah.
And I'd say George Bridges will probably play right.
Yeah.
I would say. He's been in pretty good form.
Yeah, George Bridges, you can't argue against him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got amazing wingers. Ioane hasn't been in the same form as Severis and George Bridge respectively, but we all know Ioane's a big time player and I'm sure he'll bring it when it comes to the World Cup.
The guy's class at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
Form's temporary, class is permanent.
Yeah, that's it. I've been watching a lot of people say, the majority of South African fans watched another guy's YouTube channel and he said that he had a poll there and it was about 80%, well it's a South African channel, 80% of the people said South Africa is going to win. I'm sure
we can find a New Zealand YouTube channel that probably says the same the other way.
Yeah, look, there's no doubt New Zealand's still the favourites going into this World Cup.
I don't know about that. I don't even know who's number 1 in the world at the moment.
Yeah, that changes from day to day. Even if you don't play, you might be at home and you become the
number
best.
1. Without beating any Southern Hemisphere teams.
As of late, yeah. No, it's a bit crazy. Anyway, World Rugby for me, I don't know, this is a bit off the topic, but we're talking about a bit of everything now, you know. So you had that Steve Hansen that you've seen that about the Pacific, he said about the Pacific nations not being developed because they're too focused on the 6 nations. Yeah. And until they're willing to change. Then World Rugby hits back with all these numbers, all the money they've thrown at the problem. You know, I'm with Steve Hansen on this one where I feel, you know, that they always try to throw money at things and paper and statistics. You can make it look like whatever you want to prove. You can form you know, the stats or whatever your reports to collaborate with what you want to prove. So yeah, World Rugby is just always seems to be on the defensive as to being, you know, working towards a better solution to the problem. They always kind of want to stand back and then hit you back instead of saying, you know, what do you think? How can we?
I think the Pacific Islands definitely deserve a lot more respect than they get. They provide so many players to so many other teams.
Yeah.
Whether it's through residency for playing for their clubs or heritage, like grandparents and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I know as a New Zealander we quite often get a lot of stick about poaching players. I don't think everyone sort of realises that most of Samoa and Tonga live in New Zealand.
Yeah.
More Samoans and Tongans live in Auckland than they do in Samoa and Tonga.
Yeah.
So we've got a massive community and they're patriotic as, you know, like they'd rather play for Tonga or Samoa.
Sure, but they don't.
But there's no pathways for them to do it and to earn a living. It's better for them to go to club rugby or come to New Zealand, or if they grow up in New Zealand, play for New Zealand. It's a much better financial windfall.
Yeah, sure, these people's got families, some of them has got very big families on the islands that they take care
so
of.
I don't know what they're going to do to fix it, but I think something needs to happen. They need to be included in either the Southern Hemisphere competitions or the...
Yeah, and they'll only grow, you know, with if they compete against the best of the people. So, and once a year doesn't cut it, you know, once a year or twice a year, they need to be included a bit more.
Throwing money at it with no plan doesn't really do anything though, which is what they've been doing.
Yeah.
Sort of,
Yeah, I reckon you need feet on the ground, skills, expertise, and you know, you need to build hostels and places, big facilities where you can house these people, where they can get some sort of education as well if they come and they necessarily don't cut it to go pro, you know, where almost like a army or military base kind of, or boarding school. No, that's a better thing. To like a boarding school for these players, you know, where you can have 1,000 players and give those guys a chance and not just pick the best ones. Some develop later, and some parents really, most of them, a lot of poverty in those areas, so they can't afford, you know, to just buy the boots and stuff. They play barefoot, I don't know until what age, you know, so yeah, there's a lot of money. They shouldn't just focus on the professional side. I reckon they should, like I say, set up these big rugby communities where they can actually house them and train them, you know, and have big programs and assess them throughout and be straight with the players. But while they're there, they're not just focused on the rugby, they have education. So facilities like that maybe I think could be implemented to help with that. And then from there, you know, they go to bigger structure, and you must try to form competitions within the island, like domestic, if you will. I know it's very small places, it might be difficult, but still I'm sure every village there has their little teams so they can combine. Many things you can do, but it starts with feet on the ground, and I think, you know, with food in people's stomach, and a happy player, if he knows his family, he gets a little bit of money, you know, just enough to care for his family. I'm sure those guys will be happy to just play there, to not earn the big money straight up, instead of having to go to foreign shores. And
they lose most of their best players through that, because, you know, after like 3 years they qualify to play for, you know, whatever country they've been playing in. I think that needs to stop. We need to, you know, it needs to be 5 to 7 years before you get residency. If you can prove that you've got grandparents from there, great, then you can play for that country. But I don't think going there and playing for 3 years,
it cuts it.
Really, I don't think it really cuts it. I mean,
we've seen a very recent example was John Klein, that was included in the Irish squad that used to play for Western Province Stormers. And he was included at the expense of David Toner.
I think there's 4 Kiwis in the Ireland team. About the stat, I think there's 3 in the Scottish.
I
remember seeing a statistic last year for the November tours, for the
outgoing
end of year tour, and it was had a breakdown of who had the most imports in their team. South Africa and Argentina were 100% South African and Argentinian. New Zealand came in at 3rd least. We have 1 player born out of New Zealand.
I remember. I also saw that.
And the highest was Scotland. Like 23% of their team was from out of.
And I'm sure if you look at Japan now as well.
Japan was another big one. But Scotland were the highest. England were 3rd or 4th, I think. And Ireland was 5th. So sort of bust that myth that they've always said that we all poach on players from other places, but.
Yeah, no, most of them, like you said, are probably born there and they raised there, got the New Zealand passport from birth.
Yeah.
And, anyway, it's everybody's right to play, and if the system allows them and that gives them the opportunity, you know, go
of
for
course.
it.
But I think it should be definitely stricter. I don't think you should be able to.
Now I think in the Northern Hemisphere they're now making some rule changes as to that, making the times longer. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, guys, we made a video last time. I asked Aiden to make his predictions and I made my predictions. And I said South Africa, New Zealand, Ireland and England. And if I'm not mistaken, it's impossible for Ireland, South Africa and New Zealand to go through because they're playing each other.
They will play. One of those permutations will happen in the quarterfinals. Either New Zealand or Ireland, or South Africa or Ireland.
Oh yeah.
Will end up happening in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, so one. Yeah. So my apologies for that one. So I have to take Ireland out. I won't take South Africa or New Zealand out. I'll go Wales.
Yeah, I think that can work.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone will know it doesn't.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not an expert. This is we're just normal fans giving our opinion here. Yeah. So that's it, eh?
So I think did you see the stuff about Sonny Bill Williams might be injured?
Sonny Bill, we've seen Sonny Bill. Apparently, a few articles suggest he's going home.
Yeah, I think we spoke about this with like how unlucky Laumafi was.
Yeah.
And I said he'd be there before the quarterfinals started. It looks like he could be there before
you were not
the World Cup starts.
Well, we will see now. I don't think they'll draft him in for this Saturday against the Box if he goes.
Not. He won't be there. He won't be ready in time. He won't get there until Thursday, and the game's on Friday.
Yeah. What else? Okay, guys. Well, that's it for today. And Aiden, thanks for coming in.
No worries, Frankie. See you next time.
Yeah, we're gonna Friday. Hopefully, Aiden can watch the game here.
Yep, definitely.
And then we'll do a video, just a quick update after the game. One of us is going to be very happy, one of us is going to be quite sad. But at the end of the day, we know how it is. One team loses, one team wins. And
who wins the cup at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, but we both won it. Okay,
cool.
Thank you very much.
Bro.